Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. So for today kita akan tengok about Bernoulli's principle. So the main thing about Bernoulli's principle is velocity of fluid and pressure of the fluid. Okay, so Bernoulli state that velocity of fluid increases, the pressure in the fluid decreases. Okay, so kalau kita tengok kat sini, fluid is referring to two things lah. Okay, so kalau dalam perkataan bahasa Melayunya adalah bendalih, maka things that mengalir. Alright, so it can be cecair. Okay, cecair. It can be cecair or it can be gas. Okay, so two things that considered as fluid. Okay, so when velocity increases, pressure will decrease and vice versa. Okay, itu yang kita kena faham berkaitan dengan Bernoulli principle. Okay, so apa yang kita boleh demonstrate di dalam kehidupan seharian kita? What can we demonstrate about the applications in our life? Okay, so these are the examples. Okay, so we have a lot more examples here. So I will go through that one by one. So yang pertama kita ada this Bernoulli tube. Okay. Alright, so this Bernoulli tube. Okay, so Bernoulli tube ini direka khas. Okay, dekat tengah-tengah ni the diameter. Okay, kecil. So, apa yang kita faham berkaitan dengan diameter yang kecil macam ni, okay, it will introduce a velocity of the liquid high, and so the pressure is low. And that's why kita tengok paras air, okay, so the water level here is a lot lower than A and C. Okay, so air yang masuk from water tap, the velocity is lower than C lah. Okay, lower than C. And so the pressure is high. That's why the water level dekat atas macam ni. And terakhir is velocity of Z. Ni tempat water out lah. Okay, so the velocity would be high dekat sini and the pressure will be low. Okay. Alright, so yang ini kita dah faham. Okay, so another application yang kita boleh tengok adalah menggunakan bola pingpong dan juga glass funnel ni. Okay, so bila dah jumpa yang ni, ambil satu bola pingpong ni, kita blow air, kita tiup lah dengan laju. Okay, so the velocity of air tu akan tinggi, maka the pressure will decreases. That's according to Bernoulli. So what happened is, bola ni dia akan tersekat di sini. Kenapa tersekat macam ni? Sebab pressure di sini low because of the velocity of air. So apa yang menyebabkan dia melekat ialah tolakan daripada atmospheric pressure di luar lebih tinggi. Alright, and that's why dia melekat di hujung glass funnel ni. Okay, yang ini yang paling famous ya. Prinsip Bernoulli yang paling famous ialah menggunakan shape which is what we call aerofoil. Okay, so aerofoil ini contohnya excuse me, digunakan pada sayap kapal terbang. So kalau korang perasan, sayap kapal terbang ni dia akan moncong di depan ni. Dia macam tinggi dekat sini. Alright, apa tujuan dia? Tujuan dia adalah to differentiate ataupun to make a difference of velocity of air. Okay, so bila yang tinggi macam ni, bila udara lalu, when air passes through, the velocity of air will be high. Kan? Dia macam gelongsor macam tu kan. So velocity of air will be high. What happened to the pressure according to Bernoulli will be low. And below the aerofoil punya shape ni, yang ini velocity of air akan menjadi low. Dia bertenang sikit. Dia flow saja. Alright, dia flow saja. So what happened to the pressure will be high. And therefore dia menghasilkan satu force. that going upwards macam ni. And ini adalah penyebab kepada kita boleh take off. Okay, kita boleh take off daripada landasan. Itulah cerita dia. Alright. Another one, kalau kita terbalikkan apa jadi? Apa kegunaan kalau kita terbalikkan aerofoil tersebut? So, kalau you terbalikkan, that will be useful for racing cars. Okay? That will be useful for racing cars. Sebab apa? Kalau diterbalikkan aerofoil itu tadi, so velocity of air dekat sini akan rendah, pressure akan tinggi. Kan? Pressure tinggi. Bila pressure tinggi, pressure akan tolak. Bila tolak, dia akan jadi a lot more stable. Itulah kualiti yang diperlukan oleh racing car. Okay, another one is mixture of gas and air in Bunsen burner. Okay, kita tahu kalau kita nak hasilkan api, kita perlukan apa? Oksigen, right? Oksigen. Alamak, minta maaf lah tulisan Arab. Okay, oksigen. Okay, plus dengan fuel. Plus dengan fuel menghasilkan api macam tu. Okay, so apa yang kita buat? Bunsen burner ni dia ada satu lubang macam ni. Alright, kita buka lubang tu. Tujuan kita adalah untuk masukkan udara, and that is how you dapat you punya oksigen. Okay, so macam kita nak draw in the air ni ialah dengan cara kita letak gas, kita sambungkan pada gas, okay, connected to gas tank dan sebagainya. Dalam keadaan gas itu masuk pada velocity yang tinggi. So bila velocity yang tinggi, maka pressure akan rendah di sini. Bila pressure rendah, pressure di luar, pressure ATM di luar lebih tinggi, maka dia akan disedut masuk. Okay, maka terjadilah combustion. Okay, this one is very menarik one. Okay, so curve path of football. You pernah tengok orang sepak bola kan? Bila sepak bola, on air tu kadang-kadang you tengok, tak tahulah perasan ke tak, bola ni sebenarnya is actually spinning. Dia spinning. Okay? Because of the differences in velocity udara tersebut, maka dia akan mempengaruhi bola tu supaya spinning and also having a different path dan sebagainya. Okay? So this is what happen kalau kita ada difference in velocity. So velocity tinggi, pressure rendah. And kat sini velocity rendah, let's say lah, for example pressure akan tinggi. Maka pressure tinggi ni akan tolak. Maka kelaluan bola tersebut adalah ke kiri. Contoh. Okay. Okay. So kita pergi kepada soalan lah. Untuk tidak membuang masa, saya pergi kepada soalan. Okay, dalam Bernoulli, there is no formula involved. Okay, it's purely literally about concept. Okay, so you have to understand the concept. Once you understand the concept, insyaAllah, you will get through everything. Okay, so the concept is there. Okay, so soalan tanya, the roof was lifted off in a storm because there were strong winds. Explain how the strong winds caused the roof to be lifted off. Okay, so this is the roof that we are talking about. So this is the roof. The velocity of air here is ultimately high. Okay, so apa yang berlaku? There is certain air yang masuk going down di below the roof tu. Okay, yang menyusup masuk tu. So what happen is, yang ini yang dekat menyusup masuk bawah roof ni, below the roof ni will be slowing down. So velocity is low. So what happen kalau velocity of air tinggi, pressure akan rendah. So velocity rendah decreases. What happen to the pressure is quite high, and that's why dia boleh angkat this roof to be lifted off. Okay, so what we can say is, yang pertama, the velocity of air above the roof is high. Therefore, what happened to the pressure? Pressure is low. Jangan tulis simbol macam tu ya, tulis penuh, ayat penuh. Okay, so when below the roof, okay, you explain lah. Below the roof, velocity of air lowered down lah. Okay, and pressure is getting high. Therefore, the roof is lifted off. Okay. Secondly, mark the water level in the column when high speed in air flows at the top. Okay, you kena ingat ini air flows di dalam tube. Yang tadi tu dia terbalikkan tube tu. Yang tadi air dalam tube kan. Sekarang ni air di bawah tube ni. Alright, so you have to remember lah, dekat sini kita ada satu tekanan yang kita belajar sebelum ni, which what we call atmospheric pressure. Okay, if there is difference between atmospheric pressure and also air pressure, velocity of that causes by velocity of air, maka dia akan ada tindak balas lah. Alright, so we will see tindak balas here. So here is tempat diameter yang very small, very tiny one. So we understand that the airflow here is very high. What happened to the pressure? Low. Maka tekanan di sini sangat rendah. The pressure is low. When pressure is low, pressure outside will push the water to go in, and that's why the water level rise. Simbol dia bukan macam tu ya, air. Simbol dia macam ni. Gitu. Okay, that's why the water rise to the peak. Okay, so airflow di sini is a bit low and pressure is high. Bila nak keluar tu dia excited, and that's why velocity is high, pressure is low. So pressure is low. Comparing A and C lah comparing A dengan C ni, dia kena ada beza sikit lah. And yet dia mesti lower than B. Dia punya column tu. Okay, dia mesti lower than B. So logically pressure will be high. Dia tolak ni banyak. Maka yang tolak ni tak mampu, and that's why dia berada di bawah sikit. And this one dia akan jadi atas sikit lah. Atas sikit daripada A. Okay, last one. For safety reasons, passengers are advised to stand behind the yellow line. Explain why. Okay, macam ni. Kita tak boleh duduk atas yellow line ni. Kan? Sebab tak sabar atas yellow line. Why? Okay. Bila train lalu, train lalu pada velocity yang sangat tinggi. Okay. So when you have a high velocity, what happened to the pressure will be low. So what happened? What is so dangerous about it? The surrounding area. Okay. The PATM. Okay, PATM yang berada di sekitar kamu will push you because the pressure outside, which is the atmospheric pressure, will be even higher. Okay, so that's why lah, bila between you and train itu pressure-nya rendah, pressure di belakang lebih tinggi, maka dia akan tolak you towards the train. So that is seriously dangerous. That's why lah belakang yellow line. Okay, so how can we explain this? Ialah velocity of train is high. Okay, do not use symbol. You tulis penuh lah Velocity of train is high and therefore pressure will be low. Okay, so pressure between passenger and train will be low. So next, what happened? Okay, so pressure surrounding due to pressure, atmospheric pressure is high and therefore will push the passenger towards the train. Okay, Okay, so itu sahaja untuk Benali. That's all for Benali. Alhamdulillah, you're done with your asas tour. Congratulations everyone and good luck in your exam. Thank you.